Good evening.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Nights of Horror. It is officially 2018, and I have a list of movies I want turned into Halloween Horror Nights Mazes. So without further ado, let's get this started. So let me hit it off with number 10, a Poltergeist maze. Now, a Poltergeist maze would be pretty interesting. If you've ever seen Poltergeist, you know that in the movie there's a lot of weird stuff that occurs on as far as the TV flickering and stuff and all the, you know, different ghosts and stuff. So it would be really interesting to see a Poltergeist maze, only because, like, I would like to see the technology put into the maze to see how they can bring it to life, and it would be interesting. Number 9 would be Hellraiser. Now, Hellraiser, if you guys don't know, is the infamous Pinhead. We have not seen him in a Halloween Horror Nights maze yet, and it would be pretty interesting to bring that universe to life. We know there's a bunch of different demons. There's like a council in hell to determine what kind of hell you get. So I would like to see a lot of the infamous scenes where a lot of people are getting tortured by the chains and stuff brought to life. Also, it'd be really cool to see Pinhead brought to life. I know it would take a while for makeup to put him on, but in the end, I think the end result would be good. If it's anything that we've seen from the past, we know that Halloween Horror Nights can pull it off. Number 8 is going to go to Silver Bullet. Now, if you guys don't know who Silver Bullet is, it's a Stephen King book they turned into a movie, which was really good. It's about werewolves. It's a really good movie, and I heard it's actually a really good book. I want to read it. But it would be an amazing maze, just because, like, in the movie, the werewolves actually look pretty creepy. And from the years I've went, we've never seen anything Stephen King brought to life. So I would actually like to see a lot of Stephen King stuff brought to life at Horror Nights. And it would just be awesome, you know? I mean, we could see a lot of cool stuff brought to life and everything. But a lot of the good movies, not like, you know, Christine or anything. I wouldn't see that being a really good maze. But, you know, Silver Bullet, since it has a lot of werewolves and stuff, would be really cool. Number 7 goes to the Evil Dead, but the original trilogy. So I'm talking Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness. Now, that would be interesting only because, you know, we've seen an Evil Dead maze, which was the remake, the 2013 remake, and we've seen Ash vs. Evil Dead, which was seasons 1 and 2, but I would like to see an original trilogy Evil Dead maze. Now, with that being said, I was a little disappointed this year with Ash vs. Evil Dead, so if they're going to do this maze, they got to incorporate a lot of the most infamous scenes. And if you guys ever seen the first 2 Evil Deads, it mostly takes place in the cabin, and Army of Darkness takes place in the medieval times. It could be kind of like another comedy maze, like they've done with This Is the End, as far as like the ending of the movie goes. But we could see a lot of the cool demons and stuff. That would be awesome. Number 6 is going to go to TrickorTreat. Now, the guys who did Krampus did TrickorTreat. And at Orlando, they got a scare zone. But I would actually like to see it be incorporated into a maze. If you've never seen TrickorTreat, it takes place within 3 stories. One about a murderous principal. Another about kids who believe it's like a urban legend that turns out to be true. And then there's a werewolves one. And cycling throughout the entire story is the hacky sack kid you see throughout the movie. He's everywhere and stuff, so, you know, around the whole story it's based off him, and he's involved with each one. But it would be interesting to see each part of the movie into the maze. They can split it up into 3 parts, and then the 4th part being you know, the finale of the movie. If you've never seen the movie, I suggest you check it out. If you liked Krampus, you will like this, because the same guy who made Krampus made TrickorTreat. Number 5 is going to go to Scream. Now, we got a Scream Terror Tram one year. The first year I went was 2011. They gave us the Scream for Your Life Terror Tram. That was when Scream 4 came out. But I would like to see Wes Craven's world brought to life in a maze. So that means all 4 Scream movies in a maze would be really interesting. They can do a lot of the infamous murders, and, you know, it'd be cool just to see Ghostface popping out everywhere. But like I said, we've had the Terror Tram that was a Scream one year, and that was pretty cool. But like I said, you know, it's Wes Craven, and, you know, rest in peace Wes Craven. He was a really good director and stuff, but to bring his movies to life into a maze, that would be really cool. And it would just be cool, to, like I said, to see Ghostface everywhere and to see a lot of his infamous murders. Number 4 is going to be Annabelle. Now, Annabelle 1 and 2 would make good mazes. I have yet to see the second Annabelle, but watching the first Annabelle, that alone would be a great maze to go through. You know, you see the doll everywhere, and then you see, like, the demons everywhere, and, you know, the family suffering from what's going on between the doll and the demon. And it would just be really cool to see that. And, it, you know, opening it, you can just hear the audio in the beginning when they're going through the interview of how bad the doll is and everything, and it would just be cool just to see, like I said, the demon pop out everywhere, and then you have the doll in the room, at least in almost every scene, and that would be cool. They have done Blumhouse movies before. They've done Purge, Happy Death Day, Sinister, and Insidious, and we are still waiting on Annabelle and Conjuring. It looks like we're going to be getting a lot more Blumhouse movies, only because Jason Blum is involved. And a lot of Universal produces them, so it's probably easier for John and Murray to get the rights. Continuing with the Blumhouse theme, number 3 for me, I would love to see a Conjuring maze. We were supposed to get one this year, but I have no idea what the official story was behind that. Maybe something with scheduling, or they couldn't get the rights to, or something. So we got last minute the Titans of Terror maze, but it was originally supposed to be the Conjuring. So I would like to see the Conjuring one day come back. 1 and 2 would be good. Just the demons alone in those movies are scary and would be interesting to bring into real life for the maze. And it would be just honestly like really cool. There's a lot of iconic scenes in the Conjuring that scared the crap out of me watching them in theaters. So to bring those to life would scare me even more, and I would have a good time going through it. Number 2 is going to be one of my favorite cult classic movies of all time. It's called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If you've never seen this cult classic, you are missing out. This is one of the greatest clown movies of all time. But I would love to see it into a maze. Now, there's a lot of iconic scenes in there. There's the clowns themselves, just the way they dressed and everything, and the way they looked are just so awesome. And you know, I would just love to see John Murray bring them all to life. The facade can easily be the tent, and you walk into the tent and stuff, and it would just be an amazing maze. There's a lot of elements that they would put in this maze, hopefully that relate a lot to the movie, which would get me really excited and stuff. So if one day they were to do a Killer Clowns from Outer Space maze, I would go apeshit, because that's one of my all-time favorite clown movies. And sticking on the theme of clowns, number 1 maze that I would love to see after watching the movie this year is It. Now, they did the Nebel Street House in Hollywood, and I know they did it in other locations around the U.S. I didn't get a chance to go through them, but I did watch it on YouTube, and it looked really awesome. But I have a feeling if Universal got their hands on it, they can make it even scarier. You know, you have Pennywise jumping out at you everywhere. A lot of the infamous scares and transformations that Pennywise goes through in the movie would be awesome to see in this maze, and just a lot of things in general that had a lot of aspects that made this movie scary would be awesome to see in this maze. And if, like I said, if Universal got their hands on it, I would just love that. That and Killer Clowns would just be awesome. Like Universal Studios to just do a year of clowns, that would be just awesome. That's my list, guys, for top 10 movies I want as HHN Mazes, either this year or any of the coming years that John Murray gets his opportunity to do. I know at one point John Murray tweeted he has a lot of movies and stuff that he wants to turn into mazes. It's just a matter of getting copyright. It took him 10 years to get The Exorcist, took him 11 years to get The Shining, and he brought those to life. And in my opinion, I liked them a lot. They were really good. I mean, with The Exorcist, you couldn't really do much because it took place in one movie, but he brought it to life somehow, and it was just awesome. The Shining, he brought that to life too, because a lot of the scary stuff doesn't happen until the very end of the movie. But nonetheless, John Murray brought him to life. Not a lot of people like The Shining, but I liked it a lot. That was my movie throughout all of Halloween, and I loved it a lot. Let me know what you guys want as HHN, mazes, like your favorite horror movies that you want turned into HHN mazes, or you want them to bring back, like they did a reboot or something. Just let me know in the comments what you guys know. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for supporting. We had a great 2017, but 2018 is going to be better. I guarantee it. I have a lot of stuff planned out, and I'm just looking forward to this year. It should be a really good year. I got my Universal Studios pass, so we're going to be going there in the summer to start looking at construction updates. Maybe film a couple videos there by myself. I don't know, but nonetheless, guys, thank you for all your support, and I'm glad you guys keep watching the videos. This is the Nights of Horror, Anthony, and I will see you in the next video.